Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They run. This is Scarborough. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This is Scarborough. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Time to see how Atlanta will line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And they said he would be a gym rat coming out of Boston College, and nothing has changed, and his play continues to get better as he rallies his team.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gray. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A 2nd straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Pull it together.
On 3rd down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 74 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Get off the train track.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 6-0 our score after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I got trick this side. I got trick this side. We got 3. We got 3.
Throw left side complete. It's Gray. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Good work. Let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, here's Freeman. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Ryan.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On is Josh Lambeau for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Scarborough, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
54, right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. From midfield now, here's Wilson. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. That's complete to Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Ryan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
So don't say nothing.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson will throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left.
To throw is Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
31's the mic. All day, every day.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Now Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that's going to push him back half the distance.
Let's go.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Get up. Check safety, check safety.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You better be ready next time.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Double dog, that's the way.
Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On first down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan. This complete to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. He's got Smith here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And an alley to run.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, here we go!
To throw is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gray. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Ryan gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. His throw incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex, fashion together a drive.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They try again with Scarborough. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll look to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
Check line 54. Line 54. I got you, punk.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.